All right, this one today might be the end of this channel. This one might be the one that puts me over the edge. I'm going back and I am listening to the great analysis of Nick Wright and the good folks over at, what's the name of their show? First Things First. This is their analysis after the firing of Mike Vrabel. This might be even worse than Undisputed. Here we go.
4-45 career record. Also a three-time Super Bowl champion for the mighty New England Patriots and was recently inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame. Well, this seems like a nice coincidence. Nick, what are the chances that Mike Vrabel...
And they thought they were really on to something there. That seems like a nice coincidence. Just went into the Patriots Hall of Fame. Three-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. I think we all know where this is going. Did Vrabel get hired by the Patriots? No.
Vrabel replaces Bill Belichick, who's currently having conversations with Belichick.
With looking at him.
It seems like the chances are good. I wouldn't do it if I were him. If I were Mike Vrabel, I would not want this job. What's the reason? First of all, everybody says you want to be the guy that follows the guy. You would be the guy that is following the GOAT. That's first of all, right? In Vrabel's case. Sure. Yep. Second of all, earmuffs, Wilds, I apologize. The team stinks. That's
putting it kind of.
And I actually, the one thing we look at as is excellent about him is the defense. I don't know how excellent it is without Belichick. Listen, the two players that I know are excellent, Judon and Gonzalez,
I'm just preparing myself. I'm just preparing myself for where this is going. I'm just mentally, I can already tell where we're heading here.
Really get them most of the year, so they'll be getting them back. If I am Mike Vrabel, man, I am telling my agent, I have a first, second, third place is the Los Angeles Chargers, where I get to go there. There is talent on defense that is underachieved. It's the opposite of the guy that follows the guy. It's the guy that follows Brandon Staley. You get a quarterback, and that's what. Now, I don't know if the Chargers want another defensive-minded head coach. I don't know if that's where they would go. But
they clearly didn't. Well, they got Jim Harbaugh. So they just didn't want this one.
I am Mike Vrabel. I don't want this job.
Look, I hear you, and I tend to agree with you. If I'm the Chargers, quickly, I'm looking at Harbaugh. I know that's out there, that quarterback whisperer. He's got his quarterback. But maybe they look at Vrabel because they want to strengthen the defense, and you've got a quarterback already. But Vrabel... I don't know. I don't think he should want the Patriots for the reasons you said, because you got to win Super Bowls there.
Turns out they didn't want him. You're talking about him wanting them. Turns out it looks like they didn't want him.
Like, he was good in Tennessee, there's no doubt. But that wouldn't fly in New England.
No.
Right? So
let's listen again.
Good in Tennessee, there's no because you got to win Super Bowls there. Like, he was good in Tennessee, there's no doubt. But that wouldn't fly in New England.
No.
Oh, okay. So, I know we're talking about New England. You see the difference in standard. Oh, you can get away with it, Tennessee. Who gives a crap about them? You can get away with just being all right over there, Tennessee. The peasant Tennessee Titans. Who gives a crap if they live or die? You can get away with that there. But, you cannot go to Foxborough and not deliver Super Bowls. You can't go to these other places. Tennessee, who cares? But the rest of these places?
Right. So you're following, like you said, the GOAT, not just the guy. But also...
He's following Tom Brady?
If I'm New England, I feel like, and I know Vrabel only played for Belichick. He's not under his coaching tree.
I agree.
But I just feel like it's the same type of thing. It's not really going, it's a change, but not totally. I want a clean house. And if I get a quarterback, Vrabel's a defensive coach. If I get a young quarterback, I want like an offensive coach.
Oh! Okay. Oh! So when New England gets a young quarterback, I want an offensive-minded guy for him. I don't want a defensive-minded guy for Drake May or whoever, because we didn't know this was January. I want an offensive-minded guy for this young quarterback. But when the Titans say that's what they want to do, oh, these idiots in Tennessee, these buffoons in Nashville for wanting to bring in an offensive-minded head coach for their young quarterback. When New England does it, great. That's how you run an organization. When Tennessee does it, oh, those idiots they just let go of Vince Lombardi.
To come in there, it's totally new. We're done with the Belichick era. It was great, but now we're moving on.
Okay, so the same reason you don't like it is why I do like it. I think he's an insider-outsider.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people that are lined up, Josh McDaniels or Mayo, they are pure.
They wanted him to go to New England.
Tried and true.
So bad.
The system. Vrabel never was a coach under Belichick, so he's over here. So he can come in and have a little bit of the DNA, but it is a fresh start. The reason I'm not going to the Chargers, Mike Vrabel won those 3 Super Bowls knowing that he had Tom Brady and like, you know what? We're going to win the AFC East every year with this guy. I am not going into anywhere close to a division with Patrick Mahomes sitting there, and I'm constantly looking up at him. I don't care how good Justin.
That's actually a good point. I will give him that. But I just never bought into the idea that Vrabel wanted to go to New England. Like, does he really seem like the type of guy that would be like, oh, I want to go back to where I played. How special. Like,
Herbert is.
Okay, I think that's a really fair point, but the only division that has like coach openings that doesn't have, nobody has Mahomes, but that doesn't have an alpha clear-cut quarterback in it is the NFC West that has no openings, right? Because Stafford's older and I'm trying to argue about Purdy. And the NFC South, I guess you could argue there, but none of those are great jobs. You know what I mean? And so every other, in the AFC South, CJ Stroud's there, my guy Trevor's there, set this Trevor stuff aside.
They aired this January 9th. This is 2 days after Trevor Lawrence walked out onto the field to play a bunch of Tennessee Titans guys who most of us didn't even know who they were because we were so far out of the playoff race by that point. We were just putting guys out there to field a team. And Trevor Lawrence looked awful, could not seal the deal, win the AFC South. And then this dude has the audacity to come on here and say, my guy, Trevor Lawrence, we're just going to still pretend that he lit the world on fire this year and we can feel good about him going forward. No reason to. He has nice hair. Maybe he could do some ads for Tresemme, but he can't get into the playoffs after starting 8-3.
West, we know you have Lamar, you have Josh, you have, and the NFC East, you have Dak and Jalen. In the North, I guess the NFC North, you could argue, doesn't have a clear-cut alpha, but also I don't think any of those jobs are open right now. Caleb might be going there. And by the way,
NFC North doesn't have a clear alpha. All due respect to CJ Stroud, but if you're going to talk about what he was able to do, winning the AFC South, going as far as they did in the playoffs, you got to give Jordan Love just a teensy bit of credit, don't you think?
I wasn't trying to imply you only watched one Packer game.
I wasn't crushing Packers.
But they played your Vikings twice a year, so I know there's at least 3. I shouldn't have said that.
Also, Vrabel, 23 years younger than Belichick. So you get 4 years, sign him to a nice 7-year deal. The problem with Belichick.
So I'm actually surprised. Because the rest of the way they just talk about the Cowboys, because of course. I'm actually surprised that all they really talked about was the Patriots and whether Vrabel was going to go to Patriots. But isn't it funny that the whole segment revolved around them being like, well, where's he going to go? Because we just know this great coach. Somebody's going to pick him up because Tennessee's idiots. Tennessee's dumb. They got rid of him. So, I mean, obviously, some other team is going to pick this guy up. And then suddenly, here we are. I know it comes across that I don't like Vrabel. I do like Vrabel, but what I don't like is the unfair treatment by the media to just make the Titans the butt of the joke just cuz. And even though it was not as bad on that clip as I thought it was going to be, and I don't even disagree with what they were saying about reasons to go coach here and there, but it's just the assumption that, oh, these idiot Titans let him go, and now wherever he wants to go, he's just going to have his pick. He's going to have his pick of where he wants to go. Just pick a job and go. And now all of a sudden, here we are. Man, I can't wait for the season.